This is exercise 7-11, revision control. And this is especially useful for the construction management students. You'll see revisions a lot on a drawing. Okay, so we're going to add a sheet, add a view to a sheet, and then we're going to set up revision control in a project. So to start, we're going to activate the view ribbon. And in the view ribbon, we're going to select the new sheet tool on the sheet composition panel. So sheet composition, new sheet tool. We're going to select the load button, and we want to load in a title block that's 22 by 34, and we're going to say open. And then we want to make sure the 22 by 34 is selected. We're going to say OK. Now we want to drag and drop the level 1 floor plan onto the sheet. So we click on it, don't double click, and then just drag it and drop it right onto the sheet. And I'm going to center it in the middle. I'm going to select the view in the properties panel over here, and I'm going to set the view scale to 1/4 inch equals a foot. So we want to find the view scale, 1/4 inch equals a foot, and then hit apply. And then you notice that the drawing gets bigger. I'm going to adjust the title bar, and to do that, so under here, if I click on the drawing, the title bar becomes active with the grips, and I can just pull this and extend it under the drawing. I'm also going to center in the sheet a little bit more. Now I'm going to activate the view ribbon again, and I'm going to select revisions on the sheet composition panel. So which one's revisions? Well, let's just hover over to figure it out, right? Here we go. Revisions. This dialog manages revision control settings in history. So revisions are when there's changes to the drawing. We can't just make the changes to the drawing and then reprint the drawings. The way we note that is with little clouds around the errors, and then we send out a new drawing for that, but everyone knows by looking at the first published drawing set that there is a revision. I'm not sure if that made sense. Let me explain it with graphical form here in a minute. So numbering can be controlled per project or per sheet. The setting depends on your company's standards. So you'll see per project, per sheet here. We're going to enable per project. One revision is available by default. Additional revisions are added using the add tool. So we could say add over here. The visibility of revisions can be set to none. It could be set to tag or cloud and tag. We're going to use the none setting for older revisions, which are no longer applicable, so we don't confuse the contractors. We're going to set the revision to show cloud and tag. And then we're going to set alphanumeric under options. So let's take a look at all of these things. We've got show, cloud, and tag. We want to keep it on that. And then we want to select alphanumeric under options. We're going to change the sequence to remove the letters I and O. So we're going to delete out the letters I and O. We're going to select the numeric tab, and we're going to type A for the prefix. This would allow revisions to be created using A1, A2, A3. So we're going to say OK. We're going to enable the numeric option, and the dialog will pop up to show the current settings for numeric revisions, which we changed, right? That should be it. And then we're going to say OK. Now we're going to enter the 3 revisions as shown in the textbook. So our first revision, A1, is numeric. The date that we're putting in is 0802. So on August 2nd, there was a revision that had to deal with a wall finish change. Okay, so maybe the paint changed, some way they were finishing that wall. And it was issued by Joe. So Joe issued it. Or issued to Joe, sorry, by Sam. So Sam maybe is the architect, and he's issuing it to the contractor, or the contractor is issuing it to the architect. And we keep it at cloud and tag. Now we're going to add another revision. So this one's going to be numeric, and on August 4th, we had someone said I had a question about a window style change. Okay, so there's a window style change. And this again was issued to Joe by Sam. And then the third one we had is numeric. The date is going to be August 13th. And the revision that was changed was the door hardware. Okay, so it's always important in construction to track changes. And this was going to be issued to Joe Sam. So both of them, right? So we're going to press OK. You can delete the revisions if you make mistakes too. So if you went back to that revisions box, oh, whoops, that's not it. You'd be able to see, say I made a mistake, I would just highlight it and hit delete. I don't need to do that. All right, so that's how you make revisions inside of your document. And we're going to expand upon that a little bit more in exercise 7-12. We're going to modify a revision schedule, but that's the end of exercise 7-11.